Guys, what's up? This is Jonathan. We're at Hellbender Studios. They call it Hellbender Studios. We're at Parker's house. We're gonna educate you here tonight on some basic first aid equipment. We're gonna start out with our backpack. You need something to put it in, right? We're gonna talk about basic equipment, stuff that I feel is necessary to have in a first aid kit, and we'll discuss some of this stuff in the lecture as well. So let's start out with the backpack. Right here I got a 511 VTAC 72. 511 is called a VTAC 72. Got this at Kelly's Tactical. It's probably way more than the average person is going to need. It's got 3 main compartments. You can get something smaller. They run about $49. It's got a nice yoke on the back. Ventilates well. I skate with this pretty frequently. It's a good backpack. So the equipment. First thing you want to have on you at all times, you got bleeding, abrasions, you're touching somebody's blood, body fluids. You're going to want some gloves. That's right. That's the first thing you want to do before you work on anybody. When it comes to controlling bleeding, stuff like that, you got various size dressings. This is a abdominal dressing. Probably bigger than what you're going to need, but they do come in that size. This is going to be for real big abrasions, real big lacerations. You got lots of bleeding that you need to control. This is a trauma dressing. Measures 8 by 10. This is really good for putting on abrasions where you've got, like a large surface area of damaged skin. Toss it right on there. Moving down, we got a 4x4. Just a 4x4 piece of sterile gauze. These are really good for cleaning out wounds. Good for controlling bleeding. You can take, 2-3 of these, and you can stop the bleeding on a laceration. Right here we got a Curad adhesive pad. It's basically the same thing as a 4x4, but it's got a sticky backing. Throw it right on top of the laceration or abrasion. You don't have to tape it down. It's pretty handy. So, how are you going to get these dressings to stick? Basically, you've got 3 options. You can tape it. It's just medical tape. It's like a silk tape. Pretty useful for medical stuff. I use it for my car. Use it on my car. And you got this stuff. This is Coban, made by 3M. It's self-adhering. You won't need to tape this. You will need to tape this. This won't stick to itself. This will stick to itself. Doesn't adhere to the skin. Doesn't adhere to abrasion. Really good stuff. It is a bit expensive. But, like I said, it doesn't stick to skin. This Curlex will. It's really handy. Good for wrapping stuff up. You can wrap up a dressing. You can wrap up a splint with this stuff. It's cheap, expendable. Closing up wounds. You've got different ways to close up wounds. Obviously, if you got a big laceration, you're going to want to go to the ER. You're going to want to get stitches. This is, one thing that some doctors are using. Some people use these at home. They're called Steri-strips, made by 3M. There are about 4 of them. Basically, it's just a little piece of tape, self-adhering. You got a laceration on your arm. You want to close it up. You open up this package, you peel the strip off the back, you adhere to one side of the laceration, pull it closed, shut your laceration up. These come in, I think, packets of 25. Get a package of these, they'll last forever. Let's talk about fractures. Let's talk about splinting. got a dislocation, you've got a fracture, one of the quickest ways to reduce the pain is to throw an ice pack on it. You can get these at Walmart. They're cheap. Ice is not always available. These are, we're all familiar with them. Pop the packet, it gets cold. Really good for abrasions and fractures. Moving on with fractures, we got this. This is a SAM splint. Don't know why they call it a SAM splint, but basically just a 36-inch piece of foam pad. You can fold it, you can bend it. It will mold around your arm, your leg, whatever you need to splint. You can throw this around it. You can do an ankle stirrup, throw this around your ankle, bam, you got a splint there. You got a broken radius ulna. Bring it up here on the humerus. Wrap it around the wrist. Take some of this Coban, wrap it up. You just wrap it. You want to wrap from top to bottom. You just splinted it up. It's that easy. These are pricey, but they're worth it. Super nice. One of the simplest pieces of equipment that we have is just a triangle bandage. Pull this thing out, forms a big triangle, throw it around the arm, ties around the shoulder. The idea is to take the weight of the arm off the shoulder. So you got a dislocated shoulder, sucks, you're pulling weight on it. You're going to take the weight off with this. It's going to bear the weight of the shoulder. It's going to bear the weight of the arm. Might provide some comfort. You can also use that triangle bandage for humerus injuries, radius ulna injuries. Splint it up, throw a triangle bandage on it. Pretty useful. Going back to lacerations, we got sterile water. You can take sterile water, you can make sterile water from tap water, boil it. But what this is going to be used for, it's going to be used for irrigating wounds. One thing that's real important, road rash. Anytime you apply a dressing on a road rash type injury, you want to make sure the dressing is wet. If it's dry, the dressing will stick to the abrasion and it will pull the clot off and it hurts. So it's important to moisten the dressing. Abrasions typically have a lot of debris stuck in them. It sucks trying to scrub it out. So an alternative is to take a syringe. I got a 20 cc. They come bigger than this. Put your syringe in the water. Suck some water out. You can blow out the abrasion with the syringe. It's a useful way of cleaning out your abrasion. You wouldn't suggest this? I don't know if it has any medicinal properties, does it?
It does for me.
I've heard of old-timers putting kerosene on their wounds, but I don't know about this. It might take the pain away. Last item is going to be a pair of trauma shears. We use these on the ambulance pretty frequently. You know, you've got a laceration, an abrasion, an injury. It's covered up by clothing. It kind of sucks trying to pull the clothing up and expose it. You can take these guys, you can cut the clothing, open it up, you can work on your injury. All of this stuff, all of the equipment, you can buy it off Amazon. You can buy it off any first aid supply store on the internet. It's readily available. I would imagine you could get all of this stuff for probably $30 or so. Did I forget anything, Parker? What about the burn gel?
Where's the burn gel?
I think I forgot the burn gel. Oh, yeah.
Some burn gel.
Burn gel. This is actually called burn gel. Burn gel. Talking about abrasions, road rash. I've had mixed experiences with this stuff. I don't know if anyone else manufactures this product. I think it's just this company. This is the only company making this stuff. But the idea is, it's going to take the sting away. You know, it's got an abrasion. Typically, abrasions sting badly because you've got a lot of nerves exposed. This has lidocaine in it. Lidocaine is a drug that's effective at numbing the nerves. So, you know, like I said, I've had mixed experiences with it. I put it on my abrasions. It's worked. Sometimes it really stings. So, try it out. Tell me what you think. I wonder what burn gel will do with fire.
Let's find out.
You think it'll burn? It's burn gel, right? Here we go.
Let's burn it.
It's burn gel, right?
Burn it.
It's burn. Let's see if burn gel burns. Here we go. In the chimney.
Open it up.
Squirt some on the lawn.
That's what your mom said.
I tell you what, burn gel does not taste good. I don't know if there's any other product similar to this. It's got like eucalyptus or something in it. Ow! It's burning. Ooh. Well, apparently burn gel burns.
Try it.
You know what happened? I got the burn gel in my mouth with the lidocaine, and now my mouth is going numb. My tongue is like completely numb, dude. You know, this stuff has a drug in it called lidocaine, which is effective at numbing the nerves.
Rinse it out with some of that distilled water.
I can't feel my tongue, dude. I'm gonna start slurring my words.
Get some distilled water.
I can't do it, man.
You can do it.
I'm burning. It's supposed to cool a burn to see if it puts the fire out. This is very scientific. Well, surprisingly, it's not catching on fire.
Blow up clean point.
That's false advertising. It's not really burn gel, dude. It's not burning. I don't know, find something else. So, this is basically what I feel like is necessary for a first aid kit. Expand on it, come up with your own stuff. This is just basically a basic idea of what I feel is necessary. I'm going to stop talking because my lips and tongue are now numb. If you guys have any questions, you can comment. Feel free to ask any questions at the lecture on Saturday. Always. It's over. Moonshine is rough, dude. It's rough.